What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Eddie here.
I got myself Ham, aka Europa League music sounds better than Champions League music anyway.
What is Europa League music?
I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna make one up still. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even think they got music still.
I have no idea what that music sounds like.
Yeah, no, I have no idea, man.
Oh man.
Well, this is the final episode of the season, so just let's make it count. There's a lot to get through this episode. What should we like? There's only one place to start. Let's just get straight to it anyway, because we've got a lot to get through. The final day of the season. We were just talking about it before we jumped on, bro. If Liverpool won that title, you know, I don't think I'll be able to cope because my manager's a Liverpool fan. And then he asked me, he said, what would you do if you won a quadruple? I told him that I'll resign. I said I'll resign because I won't be able to deal with it. Oh yeah, like literally his noise is too much. Like every Monday, the first thing I see is his email without fail. Without fail. Sometimes he doesn't wait until Monday. He will just send me a message on my personal number. So bro, I'm so happy. And then obviously they're still having like surpassed us with like the amount of like title wins. So that's still something we can hold on to. Don't know how long for, but yeah.
Not for much longer.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Not for much longer.
Yeah, not for much longer. But yeah, we'll still hold on to that until the like finally support get ahead of us. What are you guys saying about the final day anyway?
Mad. It's just mad. It was a movie.
Yeah, mad entertainment.
Movie. That's what you hope for. First half, I was thinking, it's a bit dead. Second half, everything blew into, It was crazy. Everything was just changing rapidly through it's fantastic. Up Premier League.
After that final day, I don't know how we can debate whether the Premier League is the most entertaining league in the world or not. And it's just pure extenders, bro.
All those other leagues, they let themselves down by not even playing at the same time.
Oh, like, I saw that.
Be playing like 3 days before the other. Come on, stop that.
Yeah, and then the thing about although it was slightly not everything wasn't predictable, but in terms of like, pretty much knew that we predicted City will win the title and so forth. But everything was still to play for on the final day, which is basically what you really want. Obviously, as a fan, you don't want that because you want your team to be through. But as a neutral, it's great entertainment. So yeah, and I was happy. Everything I wanted yesterday happened. I wanted Leeds to stay up. I want Burnley relegated. I want Man City to win the league. I want Spurs to obviously get top four. So everything, and obviously us to make Europe. But to be honest, even with us, I didn't really care much about it. I'll be honest, I didn't really. That was the least of my worry.
I didn't even think of the match.
But it was just the other places that I think my number one priority was Liverpool and Spurs. Sorry, City and Spurs. Both of them had to win. Had to win. Like no ifs, buts about. I can understand Leeds going down. I won't care too much about that. But Liverpool
as a United fan, you shouldn't even want Leeds staying up anyway, bro.
Yeah,
so
I understand that, but
perfect.
It's just because Burnley just plays terrible football, and I think going into next season, pretty much depending all the teams coming up at the moment do play good football. Fulham plays good football. Bournemouth plays good football. So I just want to see everyone play good football in the league. Every single team. So it's only
who made you the uncle of deciding what good football is?
It's entertainment, isn't it? Is what I want to see. Is what I want to watch. You want to watch. So and I'm glad. And after them sacking what's his name? Sean Dyche. I think that was unacceptable, man. So let them go down and rethink their decision making.
I think they're getting double relegated.
Oh, you reckon? Sunderland? Yeah. Are we looking at what do you call it? What's that thing? What's that show called?
What, Sunderland Till I Die or something?
Yeah, there was Sunderland Till I Die. Because
I don't
went down twice, but that was probably
if they go down, I don't think they're coming back up for a minute.
for a long time.
Yeah, if that financial issue kicks off, I think
But they still get like that umbrella money for like at least another 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, but that's getting straight to the owner.
The parachute piece, the parachute piece.
I call it umbrella. I call it umbrella. Yeah, parachute. Yeah.
But that's pretty much going all to the owner, right? Because there's an owner shareholder loan.
Okay.
A big amount of it needs to be repaid if they get relegated.
Wow.
So I think they're in trouble now.
Okay. Right, they're in trouble then.
It's peak for them, bro.
Go peak, man. What are your thoughts, Sam, on the like final day before we just get into it? Actually, we'll summarize.
Go on. Go on.
No, I said, go on, like, give all your thoughts on the final day, then we summarize the season quickly, and we'll get into like the team of the season.
Absolutely loved it, mate. Absolutely loved it for more reasons than one. But hey, I tell you what, a cheeky tenfold that comes in is a better reason to love it. You know, a cheeky £610 off a £2.50 bet. Hey, mate, drinks on me, lads, on Saturday when I see you both. Drinks on me, lads. All right? And you know what made the tenfold even better? Because I weren't gonna do it until 10 minutes up until that, and I done 3 different bets. And to make it even better, I was so obviously I knew we weren't gonna get top 4. So I was so, and obviously you guys know how much I love City and Pep. So I was so engrossed in the City game that obviously they've gone 2-0 down. So the drama is too much now. So I'm not thinking about nothing else. So at this point, I forgot about my belt. I didn't even know. I've literally, I swear to God, I forgot about my belt. Yeah. And because it wasn't my main bet was the both teams to score, Burnley and the Leeds game. I thought they were both going to win and both score, innit? And that would have brought in more money. Anyway, cut a long story short, obviously all the games are done. And like an hour or 2 later, I thought, oh shit, that's what I put a bit on. I thought, let me go check my little call. You know, I'm not going to shout who I use. Let me go check.
Where's his money? It's money.
What's this? I've literally completely forgot. So I'm thinking, what's this heavy sum that's just hanging there? And I went, let me go and click settled bets. I checked settled bets, like, oh shit. And then to make matters even better for me, when I looked at the times as to when the goals I needed to come in, Jack Harrison, I love you, lad. 94th minute, bro. Ross Barkley, I love you. 91st minute.
That's it, bro.
So yeah, that made obviously Arsenal not getting top 4, but I had already prepared my mind for that. There's Norwich. Norwich can't do themselves a favour, let alone do anybody else a favour. So that was fine. And the point I made about, yes, I thought we were favourites, but the point I always made, and every time I spoke to my Bridgens about us top 4, was always that they have players that can shoot them to top 4. We don't. I think I said it on the pod one time as well. Kane and Son can shoot them to top 4. They don't even have to be playing well. They have to be doing nothing great. They just got players that can shoot them to top 4. We don't have players that can do that. So we have to be perfect almost defensively every game and put a couple of chances we maybe have to put them away. So, and lo and behold, Son finishes the season joint top goal scorer, 23 goals, no penalties.
Yeah, I think you said it in January anyway. You said the only way you see them getting top 4 is if Kane and Son just decide to score better goals, and then that's it. And that's exactly what happened.
And we wouldn't be able to live with them because, like I said, my strikers score 2 goals a season, 3 goals a season. So,
outdoor level.
So we can't live with this. I prepared my mind for that, and obviously, well done to Tottenham doing their thing. 6 seasons they finished above us now. Champions League football. Well done to them. A massive well done to Son, who I think is him and Salah are head and shoulders above the other wingers in the league. I love Mane, I love Sterling, but those two are. Them two are another level in terms of their consistency. Ability, I think all 4 of them are cold, ability-wise. Them two, different level. And I'm so happy that Son won it and not Harry. Because I think people always look at Spurs and say, it's Harry's team, it's Harry that, it's this, that, the other, Kane this. What if Kane leaves? Bros, that Heung-min Son he's been there for 6-7 seasons now, bro. Just look at his numbers and forget his numbers. The eye test lets you know that. My man is levels, bro, because it's every week. We got teams that we support. You guys got Martial. You got Martial. You got Martial playing for your team. Rashford playing for your team. I've had wingers play for my team, and they can't scratch the surface in terms of consistency levels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And when Kane's not on the pitch, you don't miss him. You don't miss him.
No. I still think Kane is the main man in that team, but that's another argument for another day.
Yeah. So big them up, and obviously, and then the whole Liverpool and City thing. Like you said, Tom, I don't know if we're the best league in the world in terms of everything, but in terms of entertaining and excitement, 1,000,000%. And that last day of the season just shows you why we were spoiled to be able to follow the Premier League every week. You know, there's people that have to tune in and wake up at like 7 a.m. in the morning to watch. So what we're spoiled that we get to watch it prime time every week, week in, week out. And we're doubly spoiled that City and Liverpool are the 2 best teams in Europe. And we get to watch them every week. It's a privilege to watch them both slug it out.
Yeah, I felt that I've been in America before and I had to wake up around 7 just to watch the Premier League.
That's it, bro.
I was watching Champions League around midday.
You can't even experience it properly. You can't soak it in properly.
You can't. So yeah, it's dope, man. If you were to sum up the season, what are your thoughts on the season? Let's just sum up the season quickly. Let's just go from like the title race. Ham, I think you're the one that got it right in terms of that City. Me and Adam picked Chelsea. You had City to win the league. If you was to sum up the season, what was the season like? Don't forget about Arsenal. Talk about Arsenal United, just the season in general.
Yeah, and I think it's been a good season. I think if you got 2 teams that go last game of the season, last 10 minutes to win the title, you got a top 4 that it was decided, but still decided on the final day. Like you said, the relegation battle as well, final day of the season. And you got teams like Palace who are relegation bound every year and they finish healthy, good position. Pat does a good job with them. You got Frank goes in at Everton and keeps them up. You got Stevie comes from Scotland and what can he do with Villa? And does a semi-decent job. Doesn't do a great job, but a semi-decent job. And you got United's drama for the whole season. Literally, United's drama was from day 1 till the last day. So, you know what I'm saying? So, for me personally, it's a good season, man. And it just, every year I think, how can the Premier League get better? Every year I say, I've fallen out of love with it. But I'd be lying if I said that because it just keeps getting better. Literally keeps, whether my team is winning leagues or not, it literally, the standard of football's going up. Tom, you made a great point now. If Burnley getting out of the league, you know how I feel about Burnley for years. I'm over the moon that they're relegated, over the fucking moon that they're out of the league. But then now you add Fulham and now you add Bournemouth and hopefully you add Nottingham Forest. Yeah. And now, in my eyes, you've got a league with 20 teams that all want to play football. May not be able to, but want to play football the way that I want to see it. Some people might say it's not the right way, but the way I want to see football, 20 teams want to model that. So
and you know what it does? It actually put the coaches to a test, because everybody wants to play football. So it depends on the coaching and obviously the players too. So this is probably one of the first times in a very long time that everybody wants to play football. I don't think we actually ever had that in the Premier League, where everybody wants to play football. There's been a transition ever since that Pep and Klopp come into the league. It was slow, but we're pretty much almost there. Because even when you watch the Championship, they're trying to play football in the Championship. I watch Championship a lot, and I see them trying to play football. They make a lot of mistakes.
Even League 2 are trying to play football.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes.
What's non-league?
Everyone's trying to play
football.
Of
mistakes. And I think I was telling you about watching because I do a lot of scouting at times, and I was watching like the Crystal Palace on the 16s from a very young age, bro. They are playing out the back. I don't think they don't have any other choice. They have to play out the back. So it's just it's good to see, man. And I think one of the things that the league gets criticized a lot for over the years is that it's only physical, that no one tries to play forward. Technically, we're not that great. But
the quality
is not that great. But they can't say much about it now. I don't know what else they want to say about the league now, to be honest with you. So that's top notch.
Yeah, man.
What you say? And it was actually shout out to Frank Lampard because a lot of people doubted him.
Shout out to what? What did he do? He didn't do nothing. What is shout out? What are we shouting to?
Because we all thought it was gonna. You all said you thought it was gonna go down. But
what did he do?
Give him credit when credit is due. It was a difficult time to take the job. You said it yourself, Ade, and he kept on saying.
It's a poison job, but it doesn't. I ain't got nothing to give him. I ain't got nothing to give him.
Credit to, it was a tough time. The games that he has to go through to keep them up. They probably had the difficult games out of the rest of the team. And he kept them up. Give them credit when credit is due. Well done to Frank. Let's see what you do next season. Yeah, at a season.
Yeah, fantastic season. Been good. Yeah, fantasy football. Get my cash.
I was hoping you won't bring.
Oh, did you win? Did you win that day?
No, I came second, but
oh shit! Well done.
I think overall this season from fantasy football I've made like 250. So
okay, not bad.
Little change. So yeah.
Wait, let me take my wife said, "Look, drinks on us."
I'm going
Drinks
pro
on
next
us
season.
on
I'm going
Saturday.
pro. I'm trying to get a spot on Premier League show next season.
Okay.
That's it, man.
Cool.
But no, it's a good season, man. I'm already looking forward to next season.
Yeah,
high expectations.
Yeah, no, so I agree with you. Cool. Let's just get into our team of the season now. So what we do, we just try and agree on one. Hopefully, we can be in the past. There hasn't been much issue. So hopefully, it shouldn't be an issue today.
We're not going to agree on this year, so I'm just going to have my own team. We're not going to agree.
Let's see anyway. Let's see.
The
majority wins anyway. I'm not really too fussed. Like if we're on the fence, whoever present the best case, I'm not really too. I'm not too fussed.
Listen,
so
I don't care what team we come up with. I'm still posting my team on all the socials.
Still posting your team.
Posting my team.
Let's just quickly start with the keeper.
Wait, let's just go through. Can we just go through our individual teams quickly? Just run through it, and then let's talk about.
I haven't thought about my individual team. You can go through yours.
Thought about one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So like the thing with my team is I have got a team, but I've got like 2 players in each position, so I can't make up my mind. Basically,
only 2. Well, might as well pick 5.
Not in each position, not every single. Some position that I haven't made up my mind, like the goalkeeper position, I haven't made up my mind. Centre back position, I pretty much made my mind up, but there's 1 or 2 that I feel like mine deserve it too. So I can just go goalkeeper. I was gonna give it to Edison, or what's the other keeper called? Alisson Becker. Trent on the right, Cancelo on the left, and I was going to do Laporte and Van Dijk, centre back. The only person I was considering maybe Matip and Van Dijk. I'm not too sure, but I'll give it to Laporte, Van Dijk. Rice, Bernardo, KDB, wingers, Salah, Son, and then Mane in the middle. That's my team. Well,
okay. So not too dissimilar then.
Yeah,
okay, on. So my team. So mine is 4 at the back, a diamond in the middle, and 2 wide players up top. I don't have a striker. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I couldn't, and I'll let you know why I don't have a striker. So my team is Jose Sarr in goal. But I'm happy to go with if you and Ade Stadium, but I'm going with who impressed me the most. Jose Sarr in goal. I've got the same back 4 as you, bar. I've got Trent, Cancelo. I think we'll agree with that. That's easy. I got Laporte and I got Matip. I can't not have Matip in my team. Matip's been outstanding. Matip's been better than Van Dijk this year. And my midfield 4 is Declan Rice, obviously. I love Rodri. Rodri's the best. Remember when I had you, Andrew, and Drew talk about putting them in order? I didn't do my order in it, but Rodri's number 1 for me. But I have to put Rice in, and maybe because I've seen Rice a couple of times live this year, but I do think Rodri's the best. But I got Rice in there just for the season, Bernardo Silva in there, KDB, and I had to put Conor Gallagher in there. I can't leave Conor out. Connor's been too good, so I can't leave Conor out.
Yeah.
And then obviously I went with Son and Salah. I had to keep Conor in because the strikers was either going to be Jota or CR7, but I couldn't leave Conor out. I had to give Conor recognition.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout, to be honest with you.
So I've gone with a 4 diamond and a 2 wide players.
Cool. Well, we let Ade choose. Decide, and Ade the keeper. Who would you rather with the keeper? Sarr. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. In terms of like the fullbacks,
you got to pick with me. Me and Tom already picked 2. Yeah, it's got to be Trent.
Yeah, the same.
What about the centre back? Then obviously you got. So I picked Laporte and Van Dijk. Well, Ham's got Laporte and Matip. Who would you rather pick?
Yeah, I'll probably go Laporte and Matip. Actually.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, not bad. And centre midfield.
Who did you guys have in centre midfield?
So Ham had a diamond. But Ham had like Rice. We both had Rice. KDB.
We had the same. I just added Conor.
Yeah, he just had Conor in there. Yeah.
And who did you have? Oh, you only had.
Yeah.
Tom had 3.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep that same 3 up top. So yeah. I think my midfield.
You gotta get rid of one of the midfielders.
Yeah, so I think Conor I'll probably get rid of.
Oh, after the season that Conor had, what are you talking? Come on, bro. Conor was moving mad, bro.
Bernardo did go off the ball, but I still give it to. If I want to pick a team, I still pick Bernardo.
Yeah, that's why I went with a 4 in the middle because I couldn't. I had to pick Bernardo and I had to pick Conor. But obviously, KDB is the best player in the league, and I need a 6, and it had to be Rice or Rodri.
Yeah. Because if I get rid of it, I'd have to get rid of Mane. But I want Mane. I don't like this focus on Salah all the time. I need Mane in that team.
Mane is excellent, though. I don't mind Mane.
So like Mane's like It done well in the first half of the season, not that. But the second half of the season was great. Like he held them up top the second half of the season. So that's why I have to pick Mane. Yeah. So yeah, not bro. It was straightforward to be honest with you. So it wasn't as bad as we thought. We always think it's going to be bad, but really true. We all think alike, but we just like to argue at times. So
I'm still, I don't care.
Well, unless you get some dummy that's going to start picking Zaha and Sterling and players that you don't think of.
But honorable mentions. Jared Bowen had a great season.
Oh yeah.
I got to give Jared Bowen.
And Connor, as you said, obviously for the main
Connor.
Who else is there?
Don't Connor, you're my team, but you're not in our team. But you're my team, Connor. Obviously, like I said, Rodri, who's the best in that position for me.
Yeah.
It's better than Fabinho, it's better than Rice. Honorable mention for him. And Rudiger was in my half team of the year, and I thought he was good. And the goal, I had Rudiger.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah. But for me, Matic's just been outstanding. I don't like a bit like what you said that day with the whole Mane not being like recognized.
Yeah.
For me, whenever I watch Liverpool play, Joe Matic is just, bro, he's amazing, bro.
Especially this season, he stepped up.
I said this to
he's amazing, bro. No, he's amazing, bro.
I said this to so when he went to Liverpool in 3, I'll say his name, Akeem. I was speaking to Akeem, and I was like, oh, bro, would you not take Matic ahead? Like, I would definitely take it ahead of all the Arsenal centre back. You know what he told me?
I'll take him above every centre back in the league, bro.
He said, they're on the same level. Like, bro, come on, bro. You're being ridiculous. And this is 2 seasons ago. I'm not gonna say. So it's just to show, bro. This was 2 seasons ago when he joined Liverpool.
Yeah, it must have been more than 2, Tom. He's been at Liverpool for a minute,
bro. When he joined
more than 2.
I had the same I had a conversation with him around it. I'm even going to remind him, and I told him, Matic is dope, man.
Yeah, so I mean, most people will have VVD in their team. I think a lot of people will do their team in the season based on names, not really if you watch them properly.
I don't think VVD is one because of the name. He's had a great.
No, I think Tom. You see, for VVD, he's the best in the league, isn't it? Yeah. So it's easy to put him in your team because he's the best in the league. But when I'm watching them, I'm looking at Joe Matic thinking, no, Matic.
But then the reason why we say that is because his expectation, is as if we expect VVD to always be that good. I mean, if he goes 1-on-1, oh yes, he's gonna win that ball. We're not surprised in it. I mean, but take him out that team and let's see how Matt. I'm not saying they're not as good. Take him out. They don't have as much control as they do at the back with him in there. That's my only.
He's a leader back there. We agree he's the leader back there. But reason why he don't make my team of the year, and probably why he doesn't make our team of the year, is because when we look at him and Matip, we just hands down say we think Matip has had a better season than him. Not whether Matip's a better player than him.
Yeah.
Matip's had a better season.
That's how I see it. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing. I personally still think Van Dijk still had a better season than him, but I rate Matip highly, so I'm not disagreeing anyway either way. So I'm happy for him to be in the team. It's not going to be it's not a problem for me. So I'm more than happy to have him in the team because he was had 3 names. I wasn't too sure which one to pick. But any one of those 3, I'm fine with. All right, cool. Player of the season.
That's about it. No more honorable mentions from me. That's it. I can't think of any other player.
All right, could we actually before we go into our player of the season, we can pick each individual one for player of the season anyway. So the team is Sarr in goal, right back Trent, centre back Matic,
easy,
Laporte, and Cancelo left back. Middle of the park, Rice, Bernardo, KDB, and up top, Salah, Son, and Mane. Yeah, we did that. Cool. My player of the season is Son. So I'm not too sure what you guys want, but I think he's been consistent throughout the whole season. Without Kane playing well, he still held it down, as you guys say. Which I'm not disagreeing with in terms of a lot of people focus on Kane and the team, and they tend to forget him. I think Merson and Clinton Morrison had a few arguments on soccer this season about it, and Clinton I like Merce, but Merson goes over the top sometimes. But I'm not, and I do agree with him that I feel like Kane's the main man, but I just think he's underplaying how valuable Son is. Son is he's just the boy. I don't know. Put him in front of goal. Range of finishing, outside the box, he can shoot, can take out a player, whipping a dirty ball. He's got everything in his locker, really and truly. So so he's is my player of the season because I feel like during the course of this season, you can hardly pick players that have been consistent throughout the season. They've just been good throughout the season. You can say, someone's had a great first half of the season and just okay in the second half, or someone's had an okay.
Like Salah.
Yeah, like Salah. Or someone's had an okay first half and a great second half. But for me, he's just been consistent throughout the whole season and he deserved it. And I was so happy that he won Golden Boot. I was hoping he'd win that Golden Boot by himself. I wanted him to win it by himself.
Yeah, Salah was never having that. You know, Salah was banding up Klopp on the bench. Hey, get me on the fucking pitch, bro. Hey, get me on the pitch.
So he's my player of the year. For you guys.
One last thing about Son, though, and some people might not agree, but for me personally, with Son, he walks into every team in the league, and that's including Liverpool and Man City. So if whoever front three Pep wanted to run, Son would be one of the best three that he had, including Foden, Mahrez, Sterling, Jesus. And if he was to go to Liverpool, he would start up there with Salah and Mane. I think Luis Diaz is cold and could be one of the best players in the league in 2-3 years. But as it stands now, Son would walk into any team in the Premier League, and that shows these levels. However, for me, it's quite simple. Player of the season, the guy that won it is KDB. So he's playing football on a different level. Every time I watch him, he's just simply put, he's playing football on a different level to his counterparts. It's how I made the argument when I talked to my brothers about when I knew that Lionel Messi was the greatest player that ever played the game, was when I watched him play with Neymar and Suarez when they had the MSN. Yeah, I remember Suarez left our league as the best player in our league, innit? And was disgustingly cold. Yeah, and Neymar was the golden boy, ridiculously good. And I watched Messi play with them, and he was light years ahead of them. Like, I'm watching these other two players play that are great players as well, and I'm watching and to Messi, it's just like, so you guys are good. You guys are good, but I'm up here. And when I watch KDB, Salah's amazing, Son's amazing. Who else in the Premier League is top? Van Dijk's amazing, top. Those are probably the 4 top players, and Harry Kane 5. But KDB's here for me, and I think he might not have had a great start to the season. But the second part of the season is the business end of the season. That's where you win all your trophies. That's when you have to put in the big performances. And he done that in all the big games, the derbies, the Liverpool games, the Chelseas, going past Kante to score a memorable moment, going past Fabinho to score a memorable moment, getting the assist yesterday with his trademark pass. So for me, quite simply put, he's head and shoulders up. Not head and shoulders, but he's just playing at a different level to the rest of the players in the league. So KDB for me. Ade, join us.
Boy, obviously my choice is going to be Son. I just love him, basically. I love him.
Do you love him more than Kieran Tierney?
Bruh, I love him more than Tierney because I ain't be seeing Tierney. I don't know where he is right now. He's just absconded the league. Absconded. But Son's got everything, man. Son's got everything. He's entertaining to watch. Left foot, right foot, inside the box, outside the box. He's a hard worker. I enjoy that. And so obviously I agree with you. KDB is just on another level. I do, since his time at Wolfsburg, I've just thought KDB's been next level. But in terms of this season, this league, consistency across the whole season, I have to go with Son. I think he deserves it. That's for me. Thumbs up. Come United. We pay you. We pay you 200 million. We pay you.
He can't take a step down in his career, bro. He can't take a step down in his career.
He just needs to come for a break. He's coming on a break. It's not a step down. It's a break. He's sitting down for a second.
Wait, so would Ronaldo give him the number 7 shirt? He wears number 7. If he was to come over and say,
"Yo, we'll give him 77." We'll give him 77.
I think so. I mean, I don't disagree. Well, I do disagree because obviously I said KDB. But in terms of if someone was to say Son, and like you guys said, 23 goals, no penalties for a wide player. There's not really centre forwards in football now, and everyone's a wide forward now, isn't it? Like I see Mo Salah give an interview, and he's probably angry when they called him a striker. I'm not a striker. I'm not a striker.
Son scored the same number of goals as Salah with 32 less shots. 32 less shots.
But the good, Ade, you hit the nail on the head with Son, and this is how I feel about players. You have to be ambidextrous. If you're going to be a top player, for me personally, and I might be contradicting myself because Messi is predominantly left foot and Ronaldo predominantly right foot. However, I think if you're being that like you see KDB the other day scored 4 goals, 2 goals with his left foot, ridiculous talent.
Yeah.
And you see Son do it every week. Like Son's like left foot top hand corner, right foot top hand corner.
That's why it's so good at finishing.
It doesn't matter.
When he's through on goal, left foot, right foot, it doesn't matter, and it hits it just as sweet.
Just as pure.
It's an odd conversation, still having that conversation that, you're bare right footed. What? What? Because I'm sure now, I think since a certain age, I actually score more goals with my left foot than my right foot. But people just say, they're just fully right. Why? Then you're not playing football then.
Yeah,
you kick the ball with your friend, but you're not a footballer.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially in certain positions, in certain specific positions as well.
And it's the type of goals. It's for Son, it's the type of goals. He scores all type of goals. Tap-ins, power drivers, beats people, cuts in. Whereas, I don't know, does he score more variety than Salah, would you say? Or no? Is that too far?
I think he does. I think he does.
Think of Salah's goals and think of Son's goals. When I think of Son's goals, I think of all types of goals. When I think of Salah's, I think left foot cutting.
I think it does, yeah. I agree with that. I think it does. When you think of Salah, the first thing that's
what I'm thinking. I think he does.
They're equally as good, left or right. They're equally as good.
Salah hardly uses right.
Salah hardly uses right though.
He hardly ever uses it.
Yeah, but he doesn't use it to the extent that, like, Son is taking a 25-yard shot.
Cutting in on the right to shoot with his right. Do you know what I'm saying? But Son can
25 yards out,
cutting in his left and shooting with his left. But,
100.
So,
so what are we saying? Are we saying Son's a better player than Salah? What was I saying?
No,
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm trying to get some controversy. I'm trying to get some more views out here, more likes. What are we saying? Son's a better player than Salah.
I would say
find out next season, innit? I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no.
I think you made a great point, Ham. That over the last 5 years, they've probably been the two most consistent players.
100%.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no.
So we can't be. It's a good question. It's not like a throwaway question. Like people can't just say, what you talking like.
I'm not going to say no.
It's a great question. It's up for debate. Is Son a better player than Salah? Is it because he plays for Spurs and he doesn't win anything? Is that why we're... Because if, let's say, Son was in the Liverpool, as you said, or the Spurs or City team, what would you be saying?
Yeah, he does those numbers. He does those... You know why he does those numbers? Because, like Ade made a point, 32 less. So he's efficient. You watch Son. He's efficient. He don't waste chances. Like, he don't get 4 and score 1 out of 3. He's efficient, bro. So you're telling me you put him in a City side where Sterling's, and I love Raheem, but Sterling's grabbing 20 all comps every year. Sterling's not as good finisher as Son. Nowhere near, and he's not nowhere near as efficient.
Highest conversion rate.
I love Mane. I love Mane more than Salah. But he ain't as efficient as Sekou makes Son.
Yeah. If you think about
Mane was more efficient than Salah.
If you think of a Liverpool team, they get both Liverpool and City. They create a lot more chances than the Spurs team. But Son, a lot of the chances Son either creates himself or he gets from Harry Kane.
Or Harry, that's it. He's only got one supplier.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, whereas with the Salah and the rest of the Raheem and stuff like that, they get created chances all the time. Like Salah's got bloody Trent feeding him all the time. The Robertson on the left. Son don't get that. So it is a great question. It's a great.
It is a great question. It would be a good, but I think Salah nicks it off the sheer volume of the goals and the sheer impact at Liverpool. So I think that 40 goal season when he come in, boom, it's big. It's like it's a big number, and then every year he obviously the numbers have dropped. He's not doing 40, but he's still consistently. Has he not won this Golden Boot like 3 times now? He's definitely won it 3 times.
Yeah.
He might have even won it more because he won it by himself. Then he won it when him, Orba, and Mane were the same. And then he's won it now. And this is Son's first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Son won Golden Boot before.
There's a quick one before we move on. Match of the day. You got watched Match of the Day yesterday with Alan Shearer. When they were talking about the goals, that do you think 23 is enough to win Golden Boot nowadays? They said, Wright said that the one that was it the other year when.
I remember winning 18, bro.
Yeah, 18. When they said 3 people shared it, Wright said they want to give it back. They said they want to give it back. They said 3 people sharing 18 goals. He said they want to give it back. What do you put that down to?
It's a different time. More people are scoring. It's a different time.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a different
we're getting more goals from the wingers. We're expecting a lot more from the wingers now. So it's not just solely strikers.
Formations are different. Where the wingers were wingers before, now they're inside forwards that score goals. Before their aim or their goal predominantly was to assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are different now.
Look at Ade's first son, Harry Kane. They even play up front no more. Harry's first son, Ade's first son, they even play up front.
Defensive midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder.
Bro, the guy still got 17 goals, bro. He's done well.
He's a scumbag because he's taking penalties. Bloody scumbag. He should give those penalties to Son.
It's cool.
Young player of the season. This one was a bit tricky for me, to be honest with you. I wasn't too sure who to pick, so it was between three for me. It was between Rice, Trent, or Connor. So I'm not too sure. To be honest with you, I'm just going to give it to Connor because I took Connor out of the team of the season, and what he's done this season with Crystal Palace has been impressive. So he obviously was with West Brom beforehand, and to go into the season be just as consistent, even better. I see like value of his game. So I'm just going to give it to him, but I wouldn't argue with the other two. I wasn't too happy. Obviously, it's a players young player of the season, so they gave it to Phil, which I wasn't too sure why they gave it to Phil.
Tired of hearing his name now.
Yeah,
man.
so
they want me to dislike him.
But yeah, now I'll give it to Connor. Who you guys got?
Who was your three? Sorry, say that again.
Trent, Rice, Connor.
Okay. Go on, Ade.
Yeah, I'll probably give it to Connor as well, since I didn't put him in a team of the season. Big fan of Connor. I think he's got big things ahead of him. I think the same way when I saw Mount at Vitesse Arnold, and I was like, you know what, this boy's got something about him. I think Connor's got something about him. He's going to make a name for himself, and looking forward to it. Move to Crystal Palace, son. Move to Crystal Palace.
What's the age for a young player? What's it got up to? 24?
24. Yeah, 24.
Is it 24? Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's 24.
That's uncle age. That's retirement.
Yeah, I think that's a bit unfair for it to go that high. Because for me, there's only one. If we're gonna go that high up, then it's pretty simple, and it's Trent for me. Pretty simple. But if he was younger, then I would have given it to my boy. I would have given it to Saka. I think he's had a superb season. And like I said, I'm gonna factor in the summer he had and everything, being our shining light for the season. We've tried to get top four with the youngest team in the league, and he's been our best player. I think his numbers have been good for someone that's in his third year, but I would say his first proper year playing out and out as a winger, not chucking him to left back, left wing back, literally out and out. You're our number 7. You're our right winger. Go out there and be the difference. And the respect that he's got paid this year, every time he gets the ball, he's doubled. And he's only 20 years old. He just turned 20 in the season. So I would have him up there. And I think Mason Mount's been good, but not loud. So Mason Mount, I think, has got double doubles. I think he's got double goals, double assists. But I think we don't look at it because I don't know if he's had big moments in the season. But then obviously
I think he started off slow though, Mason. He started off slow.
Yeah, started season slow. But he's, like I said, you don't knock a player that gets double doubles in a Premier League season is good. Connor's definitely been great. He made my team of the year. But yeah, if we're gonna give it to someone, for me, it has to be Trent, because the same reason I give it to KDB. Trent's, all the young players are here, and Trent's here. It's just, so have to be Trent for me. Have to be. I love him too much, man.
Cool. Right,
and that's what Phil Foden getting it. I think that's a joke.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's a joke. I love Phil. Phil's got the most talent out of all of them in terms of he's got more talent in his left foot than all of them. But come on, man.
Just typical. Just typical. They're just
going
to do it every year now.
Yeah, if we're going to base it on just ability, then yeah, you could say him and Trent can flip it every year, innit, in terms of ability. But it's the same reason why I'm not giving it to him is the same reason I didn't give VVD to put him in my team. Because yes, VVD is the best centre half in the league. But for this season, I think someone else had a better season than him. And I think Phil is definitely, him and Trent are the best 2 young players in the league. But I don't think he's had the best season out of all the young players. I don't think he's had a better season than Mason.
Phil, bro.
Yeah, Phil.
That's the issue. I think
Phil's much better than Mason.
Like, I just hope they don't damage him in the future, because the goal over the top is it's annoying, man. But to be honest, with the players actually vote for that, so you can't. That's why I don't really complain much with the players award. So that's who they wanted to win it. So hey, we can't really argue with it. So we just leave it at that. Obviously, the other player, his players must respect him highly then. But
you got to. The ability is there. I mean, it's easy. If they said Tom picked the most talented young player in the league, you're gonna go Phil or Trent. Easy. But if you're gonna say you watched the 38-game season, who's been the best out of the young players in this individual season, you can't give that to Phil Foden. You can't. And I love Phil. You can't.
yeah, man. That's
Got to
cool.
go to Trent or Mason for me.
Yeah, I don't even think Phil was in the top 20 goals or assists.
No.
So either one of them, he wasn't in the top 20.
Yeah.
So
no, definitely not.
Nah, can't.
And I don't think,
I mean, I'm not knocking him.
He doesn't even get as much game time as the rest of them. That's another thing. Where it's like it doesn't get as much game time. I'm not saying he probably only God knows how many he's played this season, but he definitely hasn't got as much minutes as the rest of them. The rest of them play week in, week out, 90 minutes all the time. So yeah, let's go. All right, let's just
listen. He is playing. Sorry, Tom. The last point. He is playing. Just to back up. I mean, Phil's playing. He is playing at the highest level of all of them. He's playing in the best team, and he's playing in the best team in the country. He's got the best coach in the country. He's playing with the best players. So he is having to raise his level a lot higher than the others. I mean, Saka's playing with ESR, Martinelli, Nketiah, and Laka. Not hard, isn't it? Mason's playing with Timo Werner and Lukaku and Hudson-Odoi. Not hard, isn't it? They're good, but they're not levels. But Phil's having to compete every week with Sterling, Bernardo Silva, KDB, Grealish, so his level is higher. So I respect that highly about him. That Pep even trusts him. I mean, you look at the game yesterday, he doesn't get Pep don't take him off. They need to win the league, right? Pep don't take him off. You trust him. He takes Bernardo off. He takes Riyad off, but Phil don't come off. So massive respect to him. I think he's quality, but my point still stands as out of the young players, I don't think he's had the best season out of all the young players.
All right. Just let's move on to our teams, because that's why we do have this show. We're divided. I'll just start with you in regards to that United. Do you just want to sum up your United season?
Why is this even a topic? Are we running out of material? Are we running out of material?
It's a final episode of the season when you just sum it up. It doesn't have to be long. It could just be two.
Shambolic, terrible, shambolic, done, finish. The thing is, the problem is we've gone.
Nah, I need some in depth psychoanalysis.
Nah, yeah, let's just go in. Let's go into it. Like what you expected going into the season, and what you think went wrong during the course of the season, and what your expectation is next season. Let's do that.
Okay, I've said everything throughout the season, but I'll answer the questions you asked.
So let's go with like what your expectation was going into the
top
season.
4. My expectation going into the season was top 3, top 4.
Yeah.
What I think went wrong was that we bought Ronaldo.
Okay.
What else is there? What was the next question?
Moving next season, what your expectation next season?
Top 6 next season.
Top 6.
Top 6. Wait, what you rating this season out of 10?
Out of 10, 2.
Yeah. Wow. You even gave them 2. Wow.
2.
Nice.
2. Because they still got some relegated. So I still have to give them 2.
I got more questions. Best player. Who's your best player? Who you giving player of the season to?
Has to be Ronaldo.
Okay, worst player. You giving worst player?
That's where I have to think. So many of them. So many of them. Lots of them have put themselves to. Should I give Rashford? There's so many of them. Give one of the defenders, Maguire. There's so many. I would have that one. I would have to sit down and really analyze. That's how bad it is.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask you best signing. You already said Ronaldo. Worst signing.
Who else did we buy?
You bought Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane. Who's been the worst out of the 3?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Do we buy anyone else that I can just call?
No, that's the 3.
Nah, bro.
Is that the 3 you bought? Yeah, that's the 3. We didn't get anyone else.
That's the 3, B. Listen, you're acting like it's hard. It's between Sancho and Varane.
Yeah,
I know. So
make a decision, bro.
The problem I got is that I don't want to say Sancho, right? But then I'm now thinking to myself that if I say Varane, am I gonna sound stupid? So I need to.
Now, both of them have just been as bad, man. So either one of them, both of them haven't covered themselves in any glory. So any one of them is bad. It's just as bad as each other.
It's your opinion, Ade. You can't sound stupid. It's your opinion, bro.
Either, to be honest, I'll probably say Sancho. Just because I feel as if he's been on the pitch more, and he's in a position where you can have a bigger effect. Like you're an inside forward. That's the in position these days. And we ain't seen much. But I still love him regardless. But we ain't seen
much. For me, obviously, expectation was top 4. Where it went wrong is the fact that we took Oli back into the season. I think that's where it went wrong. I've said it. I've been saying it for like 2 seasons now. I think obviously what also went wrong, like, is the fact that we took him in, and secondly is the fact that I think I will admit a lot of players bought into him. So when he did go, I think we've lost the changing room. That I think the changing room was in total disarray. I don't think they ever respected Ranić at any point during the course of the season. So I think that's where it went wrong. And who was it? Expectation?
No, you said already. It's
no, next season.
Player. Oh, next season.
Yeah, next season expectation will be top 6. I think just for us to, like, my main concern is for us to play better football. Top 6, but I still, although I want it to be top 6, I still want it to be competitive, like kind of like Arsenal this season. Make the top 4 competitive. Don't make it easy. Don't, at least let's try and compete to make it into the top 4. But as long as we get into the top 6 to play better football and there's some sort of progress, I'll be happy with that. We just got to get more points than we did this season, which I think we definitely do because we drew a lot of games this season. We lost far too many. Best player.
Lowest points tally in a long time.
Yeah, in a long time. Yeah, it's not going to be hard to do, exactly. Ronaldo and West signing.
No, West player first. West player.
West player. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Ade said Rashford.
It's going to be... Yeah, I'll go with Rashford too.
Not Maguire? No?
No. Yeah, I'll go with Rash.
I didn't respect Maguire in the first place, so he's already.
The reason why I'm not going to go with Maguire is the fact that that position is just poison at the moment. Even when he's not playing, there's no difference there. Like I'm not sure whether they're working on anything in training, whatever it is. It's that centre back position. We still concede goals without him, regardless. But I just feel like what Rashford has provided over the years, this was a time for him to step up. And just,
has he really played this season though, for him to be the worst player?
Because he hasn't been good enough, bro, to get into the team. So for the fact that you can't even get into the team, and when you do play, when he does come on, he might as well not come on. I remember I had this conversation with you. Sometimes when we make a substitutions or someone that can't get into the team, you want to impact the game when you come on to prove the manager wrong. Bro, he's so locked on when he comes onto the pitch. He doesn't even care, I don't think.
And you had other people come in and have like little runs or little nice.
Yeah,
he was.
Bro, I don't think he cared. I honestly don't think he cared. Like he just didn't like this. There's something deeply going on. I wish we had. What's that show? I think it called. What's that show that you guys have got documentary coming up? All or Nothing.
All or Nothing.
Yeah. I wish we had an All or Nothing to like. Try and get an insight of what's happening in that change room. Because something's definitely going wrong. Like, something's wrong. I don't know what it is. There's something definitely wrong because, like, I don't think they're that bad of a team to have that kind of season. Like, they're honestly not, it's not just like, it's the performances are shocking. The performances are shocking. So it's like, they're not that bad of players to have this sort of season, bro. So something is definitely going wrong behind closed door. You can't just be, which I did say, obviously, second was deceiving. I said it time and time again, us being second is slightly deceiving, but at the same time, you can't just be second and have this sort of season straight after. Something's definitely going on. So, I mean, even if you're not going to be second, even if we are going to finish 6th, it's the performances are telling. The performances are shocking. This plays like they walk around like as if they don't care. If you probably like check what our what the ratio is of us covering the pitch and players covering the pitch, we probably had one of the worst in the whole the league. I don't know what it is. I haven't checked, but it's just from the eye test. This players don't care.
Ralph said that when he came in, innit? Don't run around enough.
Yeah, they don't run around enough, bro. Like, and if you have like players like the City and the Liverpool, we're talking about top quality players. You just mentioned Kevin De Bruyne. We mentioned Salah. We mentioned Son. Their work rate and the output to what they produce at the same time, bro. Why are we not doing that? We need it more than them. And you can't produce it. It's appalling. That's why I should say there's more to it than that. There's honestly more to it. So I wish we had it all or nothing to try and get a bit more insight. And even Ten Hag's, I was talking to Ade before you jumped on Ham that his interview today, his conference was telling, bro, like it's as if he doesn't want to listen to what Ragnick has done over. It's like they asked him about Ragnick. He's like, I'll analyze it myself.
Yeah.
I don't need to. Obviously, he didn't say those words. I don't need to have a conversation with him, but I'll analyze it myself. They asked him about what about his role as a consultation and whatever. Bro, that's on the club.
Man don't know about that.
I love it.
Don't know about that.
I need someone with a bit of balls go into that change room and say, look, you want to act up? Fine. Get out of here. Bro, it's as simple as that, bro. Like, we have to back him. Whether we like it or not, we've let so many, and we've supported these players over so many managers that it's time that they need to start taking accountability, and we have to back him, and we have to allow him to build his own squad and see what happens with that. And hopefully, it's all positive. But you know how football is, man. You just never know.
So what are you rating your season out of 10?
Yeah, I give it a 1.
I was gonna say
because we turned up.
that 2 was too high, man. That 2 was too high for my day, bro.
Right, you say it's too high. We finished 6th how many times in the last few seasons?
It's true, and so it's
a regular thing.
And
as much as it was crap.
Telling us, and obviously as bad as we were, we still finished 6th because the performances we was putting up definitely doesn't deserve a 6th position. It doesn't deserve, like, we were still in the Champions League run right up to when we played you. We shouldn't be there. As like, we can arguably say we were the worst team. Like, not even arguably, yes, we are the worst team in the league all season. So despite how bad we were still
we're the worst.
Those kind of
we're the worst.
Norwich and Watford play in this league, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Everton too.
In terms, like, based on our expectations, isn't it? We expect that. No, obviously we didn't expect Everton to fight relegation.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Based on the expectation, we expected more from United. So yeah, but yeah, it was horrible, man. It was horrible to watch. Like, I was relieved yesterday because the season's over. That was just relief because I needed it to be over. I wanted it to be over a long time ago. I couldn't put up with it anymore, bro. I couldn't, honestly. And as Ade said, we was running out of shit to say on there. We was honestly running out of things. Like, I think we're just showing up for the fun of showing up weekly because just being consistent.
You guys are obliged to show up every week. Run a weekly podcast. You're obliged to.
But that's United. Cool. With obviously Arsenal, because we went through the amount of players we want to get rid of and the amount of players we want to bring in realistically. We didn't get to do that because you wanted the season to be over. Now the season's over. Just go rate your season first, and then we talk about what you want to do next season. Well, not you, but what you would like your club to do next season.
Well, I'd like to get rid of the owner. That's what I'd like to do. So if that answers your question, do we need to go into more detail? Get rid of him, but that's not going to happen. So that's why my expectation and everything always has to be adjusted. Like, I see a lot of my Arsenal friends.
No, let's start with what you expect this season first, though. Let's start with what you.
Yeah, my expectation is, you know what it was to finish 7th, to finish higher than where we finished in the last 2 years, which was 8th. We exceeded that. We finished 5th. Cool. That's fine. Well done, boys. Well done. Now, the bigger issue is, how do we stay in the hunt for top 4 next year with Newcastle going to spend what they're going to spend, with United getting a new manager and doing what they're doing, with Conte potentially staying and Daniel Levy giving him the players that he wants. What do we do as a football club to show that we're serious about actually fucking getting back to the Champions League that we haven't been in for like 6-7 years? So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I don't know if I have much faith, because January didn't leave me with much faith, simply because the words of my manager was, we have to maximize every transfer window. And then January comes in, and how do we maximize our transfer window? By getting rid of about like 6 or 7 players. I'm making our bare squad get even thinner when we're going for a top 4, and we only play once a week. So mixed feelings. We'll see what we do in We'll see what we do in the summer. We're getting rid of 3-4 forwards. So naturally, you have to replace all 4. Will we replace all 4? Of course we won't. Of course we won't. Our centre midfield needs a whole overhaul. But will we get 4 centre mids? Of course we won't. Yeah. Do we need a new right back because we've got to let Cedric go? Of course we won't, because they're going to keep Tommy as a first choice, who for me should be a second choice, but they're going to keep him as a first. They gave Cedric a new contract already last season, so they'll keep him. Do we need a new left back? Because Kieran always breaks down every year, and this is his 3rd year with us now. Potentially, but will they do that? No. Saliba's coming back. That's 4 centre-halves, but Rob Holding isn't good enough. He showed us throughout the course of the year he's not good enough. So we need a 4th choice centre-half. But will we do that? Probably not. So for me, the issues that we have are so big that we'll do like little things to like cover, like, you know, when you got a leak in the house, you just, okay, let's just patch here. Everywhere else isn't leaking, so let's just patch it. So what we do in the summer won't be good enough anyway for me. So I'm just going to watch next season. Like I told my boy before I come on here, next season for me is just watching how my young boys develop, just player development for me, to see how good Saka can become, see how good Martinelli can become. He's got a new number 11, wish him all the best. See how good ESR can become, Ben White, Gabby, Ramsdale had a good season for us. So just see my players develop. But where we finish, we're not going to do enough in summer, basically, isn't it? We're just not going to do enough, because the season's going to become more competitive last year, simply because of the reasons I give earlier. And Leicester will probably come again. They'll have a fully fit squad. And I think Leicester will have a...
Depending whether they can keep a hold of some of their players, depending on that.
Yeah. So next season is going to be so competitive that we have to be ultra competitive in the market. And we're never ultra competitive in the market. So hopefully Europa League next year. Hopefully top six. We finished 5th this year, so really and truly we shouldn't be dropping lower than that. So another push for top 4 next year will be fantastic for the boys. Have another year of experience. But what do you need to surround the young boys with? They have to surround them with experienced players. They have to surround them with players that have been around the block, that are at their 24, 25, 26 years, not 20, not Nuno at 20, not Lokonga at 20. Those are fantastic adds. If you're going to add them, please add some experience with them. So if we're going to get a wide player, please get me a wide player that's 24, 25, because I've got teenagers playing out there already. I've got 20-year-olds playing out there already. If you're going to get me a centre forward, please get me a centre forward that's proven that can score. Because I just had Eddie. I just finished the season with Eddie and Laka, and that's never going to cut it. In any Premier League season, that's never going to cut it. I just finished the season with El Neni and Xhaka playing centre mid. Those are Arsene Wenger signings from years ago. That's how we finished the season, going for a top 4 against a Tottenham side that Conte was screaming that I need new players. You know what they done for him? Here's Kulusevski and Bentancur. Do you see what happened yesterday? Bentancur set up Kulusevski for the goal. Kulusevski got 2 goals. They sat their manager, Nuno, they got a new manager in Conte, he got them top 4. So it wasn't rocket science what these teams have done. It's like United. United got rid of Ole. Okay, cool. Who do you get next? We'll make Ralph interim manager. That's never going to work. It was never going to work.
For half of the season.
We're not even involved in football. We can see that's never going to work. You know, if I tell you this is our starting 11 out there, Tom, Xhaka, Onelli, Eddie through the middle, that's your spy. That's never going to work. Never. How's that going to work? So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the summer, but I don't have faith that they will do what the necessary. Yeah. So next year it's just about hanging on to the 6th, 7th, 6th.
Yeah, based on that, do something similar that me and Ade did, where realistically, where do you need to strengthen? How many do you think you can potentially get rid of? How many can you possibly bring in? Something similar to what me and Ade did a few weeks ago. And what positions?
Well, we're getting rid of so many already because Torreira's going to go. Okay. Yeah, so Torreira's going to go.
He's returning it back though. They haven't, because I think
apparently. Yeah, but they're going to go. Yeah, they're going to go. Torreira's going to go. Benduzi's going to go. What's my man right back that's coming back? Mr. Trees. Bellerin's going to go. Yeah, so that's 3 already. Orba's cutting. Laka's going. Eddie's going. That's 6 already, yeah? 6 players already. What do we do? What do we do with Pepe? Do we keep him or do we let him go? Do we keep him because we're already going to get rid of Eddie, Orba, and Laka? Are we going to get rid of 4 forward players? Or are we just going to get rid of 3 and keep Pepe? Or are we going to try and get some money for Pepe now? So that's 6 already that are going already. And then you add a Pepe, do we get rid of him? You know me, I want to get rid of Xhaka every summer, but that's not going to happen. I have to live with the fact that this guy's just going to play for my football team till he retires. It's fucking annoying. It's the reason why we don't go nowhere, but hey, he's still going to be there, isn't it? So that's 7 already. We're not going to get rid of no one else because our squad's already thin anyway. So those are the 7 that's going to go. What do we get in return it shouldn't be what we get in return is to cover the ones that are going. They should have went already. You know what I'm saying? We need to add, whether they stayed or not, we need to add quality to it anyway.
But that one considers, you mentioned Bellerin, Terrera, and Guendouzi. I won't really mention them because I don't think they're going to come, as you said, they're not going to come back. So it's just
still
what you're
part
going
of the squad though, isn't it?
I guess
yeah,
so.
because you can't get rid of, no, but Tom, I'm saying, my point is, our squad is thin already. Like the squad that we have now without them is thin already. We can't get rid of anything else from our squad now, other than the ones I mentioned, which is Eddie and Laka and whatnot, and all but going already. But in terms of everything behind that, they all have to stay. No one else behind that can go. We can't get rid of them because then we'll have no playing squads.
And how many realistically would you want to bring in though?
We brought in 6 last summer. We've got to do the same minimum. We brought in 6 last summer. We've got to bring in another 6. That's minimum, and that still won't be enough. But we have to bring in another 6. I don't care how much they spend, whether it's 200.
Well, you were happy with that overall in the terms of like the 6 that you brought in last season. Are you happy with them at the end of the season? With the performance?
I couldn't be. I don't have a problem. I know a lot of people think Nuno this, but I'm fine with Nuno in terms of first season, 20-year-old. He can't defend for toffee. But he can't defend for toffee. I'll give you that. But I'm not going to berate him. And Lokonga, I'm going to berate the scouts. They weren't ready. Both 20, both weren't ready to come into the Premier League and have big parts of the season. And for me, it's not good enough for Arsenal to bring in those players with a squad that's thin. Me and Ade's son, KT, is always injured. We know this already. So if we're bringing in a left back, he has to be ready to go. He can't not be like 7. He has to be ready to go because Kieran's going to break down in the season. He showed me that he's been with us for 2 years. He's broken down 2 years in a row. Don't give me a 20-year-old that's never played in the league before. Lokonga, we know that El Neni is a squad part player. And Partey's been with us for 2-3 years. He's broke down every year.
But from the reports of Conga, I know he was young, but there was like a lot of praise.
Yeah, Vincent Kompany raved about him.
Even Thierry Henry did because
I don't have no problem with them. That's my thing. Well, I don't have problems. You know me, Tom. I've been talking to me for over 15 years. First year of the season, cool. I mean, first year in a new league, I'm fine. We'll see what they do when they're 21 next year and how they've developed and whatnot, what they do in training. And the other 4, I ain't got a problem with them. Ben White, good season. Ramsdale, good season. Tommy, I know a lot of Arsenal fans love Tommy, and I always argue with my brethren. But for me, Tommy Asu is a backup right back at best. I think he shouldn't be our first choice right back. That's why for me, I would definitely bring in Tariq Lamptey in the summer. Can't stop speaking about the boy, or just a right back, a progressive right back. And who's the 4th one? I can't remember who the other signing, but whoever else we signed was good. So I have a problem with the signings. Can't remember who the other one was.
All right. I think obviously with a striker, you definitely need strikers. I think without question. So how many strikers you bringing in? 3? You can't bring. I don't think you'll be able to bring in 3.
We're not going to bring in 3. Because we have to bring in. If we're being deadly, if we're trying to be serious, we're trying to be a serious football club here. Yeah. We have to bring in 2 centre forwards and then another one that can play wide. Simple. Or you bring in a centre forward and 2 that can play through the middle and wide. But whatever you do, you have to bring in 3 forwards because you're letting 3 go anyway. You're letting 3 go. And Laka shouldn't have still been here anyway. Laka should have gone last year. So we're going to have to. If they do that, we'll see. I mean, I can't. They'll probably bring in Gabriel Jesus or 1 and say, yeah, that's it, boys. You're getting 1. And that's it. And then Balogun will be the backup. So we'll play with 1 new boy and Balogun as the backup. And then we'll keep our wide boys as Saka, Martinelli, ESR, and Pepe.
I'll rate the season out of 10.
6.5. 6.5. I don't want to push it to a 7. 6.5. I mean, I didn't expect the boys to challenge for top 4. I'd be lying if I said that. Every Arsenal fan would be lying. They said we expect them to finish for top 4. We literally thought top 4 would be City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. The fact that we finished 5th, well done to the boys. Arteta, well done. But yeah, 6.5 for me.
Best player of the season?
Easy, man. Come on, man. Nigerian boy, man. Bukayo, easy. All day long, man.
And
Bukayo.
best signing?
I'm gonna give that to Aaron Ramsdale. simply because he was. You lot know when the name came, I was like, "What the fuck is this, bro? I ain't even paying £30 for my man."
Yeah.
And that was because I just seen him fuck up too much. It was nothing to do. I'm not one of them fickle fans. Oh, he got relegated with Bournemouth. I didn't give a damn about that. Bro, if the guy's good, he's good, isn't it? But I just see him mess up too much for him to be my number one. But you know what? I take my hat off to him. He's been brilliant this season. So yeah, for me, he's proved me wrong, and I love that. I always, like we said that all the time. If a player comes to the club and he proves us wrong, hey, we'll hold our hands up. Well done.
And last worst sign. What is it? Worst signing or worst player of the season?
I could give it to Granite every year, but
I don't think it's him this year, though. Be fair.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I won't. He's not. I could give it to him every year, just off the fact that I can just give it to him every year. I don't even need to give anybody. I don't need to deem it of an excuse. But worst player, I have to give it to my number 9. He plays up front. He doesn't score no goals. He wears an armband. He sticks his bum into defenders. He tries to link play. God bless him. But I have to give it to Laka. I have to. I can't give it to no one else.
It's cool. I think that's like just one quick one, Ade. If you have the think about a realistic signing that you think we can potentially get. If you have to pick one, who would it be? If you got a player in mind for United?
If I could get a player, what is realistic now? Because
guys, I'm not saying we'll get him.
You got all the money in the world, Ade. You got all the money in the world, Ade.
Obviously, I think I was speaking to Ham. I think that there's a lot of players that's gonna get moved this summer. It's gonna be like Tielemans is gonna get moved. It looks like they're like potentially Frankie might get moved. There's a lot, but I think what's gonna happen is the Champions League teams are gonna get first pick, and it's just down to whoever is left that we like Arsenal gonna pick from. So Frankie can. I'm not saying we'll get Frankie de Jong or Tielemans, but potentially they already made it. Not Frankie, but Tielemans confirmed that he wants to leave anyway. So Tielemans is realistic. Not saying the top teams might not get him first.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really thought about players. In all honesty, I've gone from that stage of wanting players because of who they are and what their history and stuff is, to just wanting players that fit into the system. 100%. Like if he ends up with 6-7 players that I haven't even heard of before, I don't care. I want to see more now. I want to see more. I want to see players that fit the system. I think that's what I want to see personally from what I've seen United over the last few years.
Well, you have to.
No, you're right, brother. That's a great point. What about you, Ham? Do you have anyone in mind? Or
I've always got players in mind. I'm an agent. I've always got players in mind. I'm always tweeting. Always got players. If you can, go get me Lautaro Martinez. Go get me Patrick Schick. Go get me Darwin Núñez. Go get me Christian Nkunku number 1. Get me Christian Nkunku. Go get me Moussa Diaby. Go get me Tielemans.
Again, our name position. Just name one player. Just one player you pick. Striker.
Lautaro Martinez.
Winger.
Oh, Christian Nkunku. We can't get him. Get me Diaby.
Centre mid.
Oh, Yuri Tielemans all day long.
And right back.
Tariq Lamptey all day, baby.
Left back.
Aaron Hickey.
No. He's coming already. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, Tom. I'm just gonna go back to Brighton and say, okay, so we took Ben White off you for 50. Yeah? What we're gonna do now is we're gonna give you 50 for both your fullbacks. Give you for both.
I heard he's strongly linked to City.
Yeah, bro, to Man City. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do?
When they need to replace Mendy.
so what I'm gonna do is what Liverpool done to Southampton. You're gonna become our feeder club. So you're gonna give me all your good players. So same way Liverpool were getting Van Dijk and Lambert and all them other players and Alana. That's what I want from.
Would you do both of them 35 each? 35 million each.
It's not my money. Give them 100 million for both of them. I don't give a damn, bro. I don't give a damn, bro. I'm about to go and buy the new kit. I'm an idiot. I'm buying new kits every year, bro. Put my money to use, bro.
No, that's cool. I think like centre back. I know obviously you're saying if Saliba comes back, I think you're fine with that position. I'll be honest with you.
No, Rob's got to go.
Yeah, you can't get rid of all of them, though, Ham.
Rob's got to go. It's only one. Rob.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if you need to improve, like, if there's one position that I think is least of your concern at the moment will be that position. I think you address everywhere else. That's what I personally think, you know. So I think.
Do you know? You see when I look at Rob, yeah, Rob's not even better than Craig Dawson, bruv. Like he can't even be like Ade. He can't even be Craig Dawson good, bruv. And Craig Dawson is a solid centre half, bruv. He can't even be that good, bruv.
Yeah.
Nah, man, Rob's got to go, man.
And they're best centre backs on the market now. You got
bro.
Burnley.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, did you not see the boy that Aston Villa just got?
Oh yeah.
Boubacar Kamara.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck their midfield, man. Fuck Villa, bro, man. Their midfield next year, bro. They're gonna have it. Oh, by the way, can I just give an honorary shout out to Jacob Ramsey, who's been my most impressive. We didn't do most impressive or most improved, but that's what I've been most impressed by this season because he's the one I knew nothing about until this season. I don't know if he played a little bit last season, but definitely he's been my breakout player of the Premier League, Jacob Ramsey. I've loved everything about him. And I know Gerrard can't stop raving on about him, but I love him.
Apparently, it turned out Atletico Madrid for them, which is big. All right, cool. Boys, this is our last episode for the season. Anything you want to add before we jump off?
Who's gonna finish higher next season? Actually, no, we'll do that. We'll have all of that. I'm just happy that we finished above you this year. Well done, boys. Well done, but you kept it competitive. You kept it competitive.
I'm not gonna lie, it makes zero difference to me. Zero.
Wait, have you not seen that meme of the Man City and all the other boys getting into the lift, and the United fan is by the door, yeah, and he's got Europa League there, and he's an Arsenal fan. Welcome. Follow me.
Come here, my friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, but if that's the only what's that word?
Consolation.
Consolation, yeah, for the season. It's just the banter that I have with my United friends. Yeah, we finished above you, man. And it's poor banter. It's poor, but hey, we finished above you, man. We'll take that, man.
Well, to be fair, you've been all right this season. You're normally worse, but you've been good. I've had, bro, the Arsenal, you know what the Arsenal fans are like, innit? But as I say, vice versa, I know there'll be some United fans that gives it to Arsenal, man. But you've been all right this season. You haven't been as bad. But yeah, anything to add?
We're both in the mud, man.
Okay, I guess that's it.
Man, it's been good, man. It's been good.
Thanks, people, for another successful season of Red Divided. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone that's listened to every single episode, we appreciate. I don't want to say it because we say it every year. We plan to come bigger and better every time, but no, honestly, next year we have to come bigger and better. And the one good thing about it is that we have been consistent. So we've dedicated like our Sundays on Monday nights, like every week without fail. And yeah, so we have been consistent and we plan on doing the same for next season. Like, if anything, like, we just enjoy it. As I said, it's therapy for all of us, innit?
Bro, trust me. So, that's my favorite episode. Therapy session was my favorite episode.
So yeah, just keep like sharing it with friends and family. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need to get our YouTube channel subscription up. So if you're with your friend or family, please get them to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. We'll see you next season. And what we also, maybe we should have a special episode for all or nothing Arsenal episode, or should we just wait for?
Let me watch it first.
No, but we'll wait for the beginning. We'll wait for the beginning of the season anyway. I can wait. Don't worry, I can wait. I can't wait for it. The worst thing about it is I just didn't want to watch that, and you guys have like
we finished top 4.
And you finished top 4. Oh, I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't watch it. But now I'm more than happy. I just want to see what the reaction is when you guys lost to Spurs and Newcastle. I can't wait.
Okay, we're done. See us on Saturday. If you're lucky enough to see us on Saturday, we're gonna be together. See us on Saturday. First drinks on Ade, last drinks on Tom. Enjoy.
All right, peace. Be out. Have a good summer, people. Peace.